Today we're checking out the Marshall amps and the Fractal Audio FM9. The Fractal Audio FM9 is one of the leading floor modeling units on the market, at least regarding the pure sound quality and effects quality. I think there are not many competitors in that price range that offer similar features. Yeah, it's time to check out what they can do if you are looking for Marshall sound. So I opened the editor of the FM9 here, and as I own also the Fractal Audio AxeFx III, I can say to me there's no difference sound-wise. So you'll find all these amp models also in the AxeFx. I'm just using the FM9 now because, I don't know, I like to tap on the buttons sometimes. So here's a patch which I created, which is using the chain, you know, from my preset packs. If you would like to get one of my preset packs for your modeling units, not only for the FM9 but also for the other popular modeling units, please contact me. The link is in the description below. So yeah, here you have the effects chain. Basically these are the things which are in front of the amp, and here's the amp cap. Here's everything after the amp and cap. So this is the rhythm tone. And currently I'm using the Atomica High, but that will change in a second. So let's go and find out some Marshall amps. As you can see here, by the way, you have 326 amp models, and there are a shitload of Marshall amps. So we will not check every model, but at least the ones which I personally like and where I made good results with. So yeah, we can try out the 59 jumped. I'm playing my Harley Benton Fusion 3 with everything stock. Sounds nice. Let's reduce the gain. So as you can see, you have these two knobs here. By the way, if you're not familiar with the Fractal Audio editor, here on the first page you have basically what the amp is offering as far as the tone stack is concerned, but here on the audio page you have more options, so I like to use that. And the input boost here can be found in the preamp section. Currently I'm using the Hotone OD boost drive, but of course you can also change to Tube Screamer. And of course you have a drive block here, which you can add, and then you have way more options to choose from. Anyway, we would... Okay, but it sounds already fine to me, to be honest. And let's check out some other ones. Well, the normal one. And that's compared to the 1987X jumped. Has a 59 jump. Seems to have more gain. And more of these 3K upper mid-range. So you can see compared to the, well, this one. But I think maybe you can boost it more here, so let's choose a drive pedal. What I like to use is maybe the Boss DS1. And I don't know if it works here in the AxeFx, in the Fractal. Usually I'm choosing this when I need more distortion out of the distortion block. But usually I don't use the distortion block here in the FM9 because the amp block has the distortion section. But I can try the super audio. I think there are lots of these traditional Marshall amp models here, so let's go to the next one. We have the Atomica High, of course, which I showed you in the beginning, which is kind of a maybe modified Marshall, but we will skip that now. So here we have the Bridge 800, which was, I don't know, something which I liked in the AxeFx II very much. Sounds very trebly. Reminds me of that Appetite sound, but it's not the Appetite for Destruction amp. It's also in the AxeFx here, the FM9. Maybe some special JCM 800. These are newer ones here, the 800 2203. This sounds also nice. Wow. Compared to the 2204. Well, nice crunch tone in my opinion, and of course you could boost it more. I think you can get high gain leads out of that amp model. But as we have high gain Marshall amps in this unit, I will not try to get the high gain out of this amp. What else? Here we have the Appetite for Destruction Slash Marshall. Oh, that sounds also really trebly. Yeah, maybe you can hear this typical appetite attack. Characteristic is definitely there. The Brit Brown, also something which was also available, I think, in the AxeFx I. Yeah, it's really, I think it's very difficult to choose from these JCM 800-ish Marshall amps because there's so many of them. I personally, I like these 22 or 3 or 4 for the crunch and almost cleanish tones. But usually for the high gains I have other favorites which are coming in a second. Well, the JM45 is something we should maybe check out before. Already cranked the master volume. They're really throbby here. Headrush bass. But the JVM is maybe one of my personal favorite Marshall amps. So let's start with the OD1. I get a very saturated tone. Thing with the JVM is it has a ton of gain. But if you crank it, I own the original amp, but if you crank it, it tends to get a little bit muddy. Boosting that thing is always a good idea, but then of course you have to dial back the gain on the amp. And it's a little bit harsh. What you can also do is cut the highs here after the preamp. Get rid of this harshness. And you have the other channels here, the green, the orange and the red. Here we go with the red, as you can hear, more gain. We have to cut it again here. I think I got the best results with the real amp and boosting the green channel or maybe the orange channel. So and the OD2 has a little bit of another tone stack. It's a little bit more scooped maybe, as far as I remember, but not that drastically different. But yeah, let's try that out. Okay, and this unit, it sounds really different to the OD1. On the real amp, there wasn't that much of a difference. Maybe the OD1 led to better results. Brit Pre is one of my favorite also. It's maybe this small 1-inch rack unit with the active tone stack. At least that was one thing which I like pretty much in the AxeFx 1 or 2. I think here they have other models covering that rack unit. But it was really easy to get good tones out of that unit. Maybe we check out the other models of that unit. So Silver Jubilee, of course, you have it here. As you can see, there are really lots of Marshall amps in that unit, and Silver Jubilee is one amp which I have no experience with. Maybe very thin sounding. What else do we have? Of course, we have, I think, the Joe Satriani model somewhere. Here's the Marshall Pre. Maybe this is the rec unit, but they didn't have these well, all these things here in the AxeFx II. Okay, bass shift. What is connected here? Pitch follower. Oh, okay. You see, if I'm playing higher notes, these are going up, and I don't know why. I'm using the pitch follower usually here. Maybe that is the reason, because I connected it to the output EQ, my preset, and maybe the output EQ corresponds in this model to the tone stack control. Okay, that sounds a little bit boxy. What else do we have? OD1, okay. Sounds more organic to me, to be honest. Of course, here you can choose from different output EQs. Okay, of course we have the Plexis here. Here's the Joe Satriani model. Okay, let's try that first. As you can see, you have also here many of these, the different channels here. So let's try this. Orange is always a good way to start off with these models. It has the amount of bass which the JM3 is lacking. it gets too flubby, you can apply the low cut here. This is affecting the signal after the clear. And then it will not, it will remove the flubbiness, but you can compensate the lack of bass here by raising the depth. That sounds really well balanced to me, but got a very good result using the green mode, boosting that. To me, this JS model, it sounds way more mature compared to the other Marshalls. The other Marshall models, the traditional ones, they all have some little details which are not perfect in my opinion, some frequencies which are annoying, as this one here tends to be maybe the perfect hot-rodded Marshall. Sounds very balanced, at least in my ears. Covers everything from clean, light crunch to high gain. Of course, you have the different models here. And yeah, so it's a very well-rounded Marshall, I would say. Here, of course, we have the Plexis. The Plexi High was my, I think, my go-to amp in the AxeFx II when I was after like the Ingwe tone, because it offered a lot of gain. I think you have to push it a little bit more here. Get lots of gain, lots of distortion out of this amp, and it stays tight. We also had the 100-watt Plexis. Plexi 2204. Sounds very harmonic. But other than that, I think I prefer the other 2204s which we had before. So we have some more. No, I think maybe that's it. So I hope this helps you to get the best out of your Marshall amps in the FM9. And of course, I didn't go into detail with all of these amps, but I personally think they're definitely usable, and you can recognize the Marshall characteristics of each of these amps. For me personally, the JS410 was one of my favorites for gain tones, and as I said, also the JM Pre, but that was maybe a long time ago in the Fractal AxeFx II, so I'm not very familiar with these models in the AxeFx III. And of course the Plexi 50 watt is great, and for these crunchy tones, maybe the these ones here, the Appetite, or also the 2204, the new model that came with the recent firmware update, is great. If I go for a high gain Marshallish tone, I usually choose the Atomic High, which has, well, maybe a Marshall character. Also the Friedman is a great amp, but yeah, I didn't cover these in my my overview now because they're not really Marshall amps. They may be derived from modified Marshalls, but yeah, they're quite different amps. Only the character is there that are somehow maybe like a hot-rodded Marshall. And yeah, so please consider subscribing to my channel. See you.